What's good, Black Star? What's good, Passport Bros? This is your boy Jared. Welcome back to the channel. So, today you see the topic of discussion, and that is Passport Bros. You have to respect other people's culture when you travel. So, what sparked all of this, for me at least, was hearing about Austin Holloman and what he had to go through and him having to come back to the States. So, basically what happened was Austin put out a couple videos talking about Brazilian women are easy, Debbie's willing to sleep with you on the first night, all this shit. Basically, everything dealing with getting laid instead of actually dealing with what basically dealing with not dealing with the actual culture and also dealing with actually finding something it means. Basically, that's what happened. So there was an article put out in Brazil talking about talking about him promoting sex tourism. So, in other words, so what happened is he was going back and forth on Twitter with a chick, I believe, talking about this situation. Now, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you're trying to travel, do not go over there just for finding women, get immersed in the culture, and also get immersed in the language. See, what a lot of people are failing to realize, especially when traveling abroad, is a lot of people are failing to actually go over and immerse themselves in the culture. They're only going over there for a singular thing, and that's to find women. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The only reason you should be not the only reason, but you shouldn't just be singularly going overseas just to fucking find a chick. There's more to each country than just to find a chick to bang. We all know this. Like I said, on this platform, the only thing that I promote is going overseas to experience new cultures, build new relationships, and find new experiences. That is the only reason why I come onto this YouTube channel. And this is the only thing I promote. Men of all races that listen to this channel, you guys have to understand that you are a foreigner going into a culture of people. When you come off the rip talking about the women are easy, this and that, and you put it on Twitter or IG or even YouTube in a sense, you're going to be looked at bad because first of all, you're basically saying that these women are just basically pay for play. You don't actually go into what the women are, what they are personally. You're just talking about smashing, basically. That's what you're doing. Now, I get it. A lot of you guys want to just go over there just for, smashing and shit. But you need to also have respect for their culture and respect for their people. See, us as Americans, when we go over there and start talking to them about this stuff, or start talking about this stuff online, it puts all of them in a bad light. If you don't have anything positive to say, like their culture is beautiful, or something in that sense, you are going to be looked at as hostile, and they're going to treat you as such. I do not condone a lot of brothers just going over there being a passport pookie. I don't condone that. So I'm going to say this. Guys, when you travel, do not disrespect other people's culture. You have to look into what makes their culture great. I get it. A lot of us are trying to escape the West and the Western culture because a lot of the shit that's going on nowadays. But what you guys have to realize is these people have a different culture than what America does. See, the way my mind is, when I think of culture, I think of agriculture, I think of architecture, I think of language, traditions, stuff like that. It's not just a singular focus on just looking at women. We have to start separating ourselves from passport pookie type. Especially since this space is becoming more mainstream. We as content creators, we have to watch what we say and how we portray things online. Because the reason why the situation got out of hand is because a lot of people were antagonizing the situation. Now, this is now, I believe Austin didn't actually mean any harm by what he said, but his subscribers and his followers antagonized the situation and made the situation a lot worse than what it should have been. Agreeably, he did disrespect the entire culture by saying that they're womanizing. But the thing about it is also his subs his subs were basically just saying, DR, Colombia, Brazil, they're all just basically pros. And instead of him correcting the situation, he allowed the situation to continue. Now, like I said, when I travel abroad, I'm not looking for a chick. I'm going overseas to actually experience new cultures and experience life. Never will I ever, especially because of the way I am, never will I ever just say, okay, I'm going to go over here just to find a chick. No, because that's quite frankly not the reason why I'm going. I get it. A lot of brothers are going over there to find women, but what you guys have to realize is you have to be different in what you got and how you guys act, and act accordingly because you're in a foreign country. You are going over to somebody's country to immerse yourself in their culture. And that requires you to respect the way that they are. Respect their people. Respect their traditions. Respect their agriculture. Respect everything about their country, because you could potentially get barred and banned from entering their country. And I believe that's what they're trying to do with Austin. they're going to probably try to annex him from even entering the country. Seeing as how things are going and it get more publicized and political, that's most likely what's going to happen. So if anybody recognizes him, if he ever decided to go back to Brazil, they're going to most likely be hostile, and that makes all Americans look bad. Hell, I'm gonna say this: most people in the world think Americans are arrogant. They think Americans are very, very arrogant, which, admittedly, a lot of us are. A lot of us have not had that humbling experience in life. A lot of us do not have that humble experience, especially dealing with life, because let's face it, a lot of us are so goddamn arrogant and it makes no sense. Think back to high school. The most arrogant motherfucker that was on your football team was the one that never got his ass challenged. The popular kids never got challenged. I get it. A lot of us are the arrogant, but you guys need to humble yourselves real quick, because who knows? You go to let's just say, for instance, you go to one of these foreign countries and you over there talking big shit, or you're dressing in gold chains, all this shit, dressed down, Gucci down to the socks, basically. You guys are gonna end up getting either drugged with scope, or you guys are going to end up in a bad situation because you guys don't know how to keep your mouth shut. One master teacher said it best: when you go to their culture, when you go to their country, you're a guest. If they tell you to drop your goddamn, if they tell you to take your goddamn shoes off, you better take them off. They tell you to drop down, give me 40. You better drop down, give them 40. Because you're entering into their country, their land. You're not in the U.S. anymore. You ain't in Kansas no more. And quite frankly, that's what a lot of people forget. And the reason how I know this too is because there was a story a couple months ago where this white boy had went to the DR. Nobody spoke Spanish. Not many people spoke English. So what happened was, old buddy was going through immigration or going through customs, and the people didn't speak any English. So he hauled off and said, "Well, some of y'all need to learn how to learn English or speak English, because you got people coming over here that are coming over here." What old buddy failed to realize was he was in their country. The security knew exactly what he said. And then they pulled him aside and they told him, "You need to watch what the fuck you saying, because you're in our country." And bruh turned red. You guys need to check and humble yourselves real fucking quick. I'm telling you. You just because you a U.S. citizen, just because that you got that blue passport, that shit ain't gonna protect you, bro. Now, I'm real enough to say it, but a lot of guys ain't gonna say it. You are not in the U.S. anymore when you travel abroad. You need to humble yourself. You need to learn the language first before you even do anything. You need to learn the language. You need to at least get a little bit acclimated with the culture. And then find people that you can actually communicate with and talk to. Some people that you can trust. Build relationships, build friendships. Like I said, a lot of you gonna have to learn the hard way, and that hard way is gonna be a bitch. I'm telling you right now. Anyways, I had to level set. I had to level set you guys a little bit because I'm seeing a lot of shit going on with the Passport Bro movement. That was a one mishap, and mainstream media is probably gonna get on that. I support you guys. Humble yourselves quickly. Don't bullshit around with that because that could cost you your life and your well-being. But anyways, I'm all up here. I'll talk to you guys later. Passport Bros, go out there and go out there and explore the world. Make new memories. And I'll see you guys on the flip side. Thank you guys for listening. Bye, guys.